Hey there, and welcome back to the Second Lunch Podcast. We got a fun show lined up for you today. We got a new feature. First, I would like to talk about the first place, best record in baseball, Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh, yeah, good for you guys.
They were just here playing against the Mariners. I went to all three games. Classic. I gradually lost my family. Not in reality, but they stopped coming with me.
Oh, yeah, the enthusiasm wanes.
Yeah, whole
whole
family's there Monday. Just me and Katie Tuesday.
Yeah, you got kind of fucked with
Find some other people to go on Wednesday.
the series this time in terms of day of the week. Like, me being a Cardinals fan, I swear every time they've been here, I've been blessed with at least one weekend game. Like, I've seen them on multiple Saturdays since Ashley and I have been together. So
I bet they do that on purpose. I bet because you guys have to draw well. I bet the Mariners are like, make sure they're here on a weekend.
Yeah, they're stupid racists with nothing else to live for. What are they going to do? Might as well fly out to Seattle and watch the Redbirds. Although, man, we're a little
but
mediocre.
They really know ball. They may not know human rights well, but they really know ball.
They know that we're a game under 500 for sure right now, whatever we're at.
Dude, I was
negative
catching
19 run differential.
Strays for some reason. There was this one obnoxious Brewers fan. I have this rule. I think I've told you about it before. But when it comes to Wisconsin sports fans, it's kind of like the 12 jersey in Seattle. Steer clear of that person. That's not the person to have a conversation with. If you see somebody with a cheese head, same deal. That's not the guy. That's not the person you need to have a conversation with.
It is funny when folks have tried to... No, I mean, most of my friends are pretty cool. They recognize that I have to deal with shit from everybody, so it's at least slowed down. But, back in the day, they'd be like, making fun of cheesehead shit. It's like, I hate it more than you do.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir here. Like,
we all have one, but the people who aren't idiots know that you turn it over and it holds 3 beer cans and some popcorn in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, I figured we were all putting tortilla chips in the center, and that's like the best use case.
Yeah. So there's this one guy, and I got good seats.
Yeah, you got to take advantage because they're only here every 2 years, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go. I don't get to see the Brewers, right? So I got these good seats, and there's this guy 5 rows in front of me the whole game trying to start the wave. It's an alleged Brewers fan with the cheese head on.
That's funny because the wave started here allegedly. So of all, you would think it'd be the M's fan. Anyways,
I think this guy was just an idiot.
and maybe shit-faced.
I hate to call him a Brewers fan just because how upset I was at him the entire game. But the whole time he's trying to start the wave, and Mariners fans start booing him, and then he takes somebody's Cal Raleigh jersey and puts it on, and I'm like, okay, this is getting out of hand. Anyway, after the game, I'm walking away. All I did the whole game was give him a thumbs down. I didn't say shit. But then we're walking out, and on the concourse, he goes, "Oh, it's Rowdy Tellez," and he kind of, roughs me up a little bit on my shoulders. Immediately pissed me off. If you're going to call me fat, be more clever than the fattest former Brewer you can think of, you pieces. Oh, you thought of the fattest guy with the beard? You you, dude. It immediately made me mad. I do think
Prince would have been also too easy to, just if I'm trying to think of a heavier Brewers player.
Go Dan Vogelbach. Jesus Christ, at least go back a little bit.
He's a notoriously, not to be a jerk, but he's one of the 5 most known fat guys to play.
Did you know he's a hitting coach
Mo
right now?
Vaughn. Well, better than a fitness coach.
Hey,
hired
I
him
think
for the
he
right
lifted
thing.
a lot, but I think he also made sure he was getting in his protein. A lot. A lot of protein.
And probably
there's
not
protein in burgers. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is not The Rock, his version of protein, where it's all lean chicken breast. And so, no, this is gnarly.
So they're eating that? All right.
What'd you eat today? 14 breakfast sausages.
I had to get 150 grams of protein somehow, and that's 3 pizzas. So, yeah. So then the next day, actually Wednesday, I'm wearing literally what I'm wearing right now, which if you're listening, is a very tight brassiere. No, it's a cream colored Brewers jersey, just a regular
classic,
whatever. And I'm standing there, trying to cool off with a cheeseburger, and this woman comes up to me and she says, "You didn't even need to wear this. You look Wisconsin." And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean? How am I supposed to take that?"
Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, being outwardly Polish, I suppose.
What was Polish about me standing and eating a burger in the shade?
No, I'm saying, you might look you could be Polish.
I guess that's true.
I think that
I have a very Midwestern brow line, and I'm just a big guy. Like, I get that, but it was just like, why are people making a point to call me fat this week? What's happening? I was like, I'm losing weight right now. I feel like I look okay.
Well, did you guys sweep that series or get 2 out of 3?
2 out of 3.
Yeah, so maybe some hard feelings. Well, not from the Brewers guy.
We hung 20 hits on them that day. That was pretty cool. That woman was a Brewers fan.
Oh, so this is all friendly
Yeah,
fire.
both.
This is entirely.
Exactly. Yeah, no, Seattle might be cold to you and, like, not want to hang out, but they don't just come out and call you fat.
Yeah, even the
other fat people calling me, like, what is happening here? It's very strange. But anyway, Brewers have the best
so like
record
John
in baseball.
Candy looking motherfucker giving you shit. Dude, what? You're eating until the skin breaks. Yeah. God.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, go Brewers.
I do remember when we were at the Packers game. I did this genuinely on accident, but I did say, "Ope, sorry," and somebody's like, "Was that a real ope, sorry?" Like, stopped what he was doing. Like, I think
somebody in Wisconsin questioned you on that. Yo, you didn't have the accent.
Yeah, I think he thought that I was doing a bit or something, but then I wasn't like making a face or like I think I just moved on. I think we both went to set our beers down at the cash register at the same time. Oops, sorry. So that's, I guess, more of a Sounds Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But also when you're buying Spotted Cow or whatever, you look Wisconsin
just standing by your lonesome trying to eat a cheeseburger in peace.
No, like a statue waiting for harassment based on how these people are treating you. Well, this guy looks like he's ready for an earful.
That does not look like it's his first cheeseburger today.
You working on your tight 5 years? Shit.
Yeah, my friend who was with me, he's like, I think they're just saying you look friendly because people from the Midwest are so friendly. I was like, that was a really nice way to spin that, Mason.
Yeah.
But I do not think that's what that person meant.
The second one I could see, but the Rowdy Tellez one is hard too. I don't think Rowdy Tellez is known for his like joie de vivre, like
yeah,
not like a Pablo Sandoval
How do you
or
think
something.
Rowdy feels being the insult? Yeesh. I'm taking it hard. Ooh.
See, I wonder if Rowdy Tellez hit better, if that would then mean that he doesn't get used. Because, like, I mean, maybe Prince isn't the guy that gets used because Prince was
hit what
fucking
better,
dope.
the gym?
Like, when Prince is hitting 40 home runs, nobody's going to use him as an insult.
Well, also, if you ever saw Prince with his shirt off, you realize pretty quick that guy was just a ball of muscle.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. It's like Vlad Guerrero. Like, Vlad Guerrero, there's...
Vladdy Jr.
Oh, yeah, Vlad Jr. There's some fat for sure, but there's a serious core.
He definitely looks like a former big leaguers kid.
Yeah. I mean, I got to see the home run derby where he fucking won it. So it was like, yep, that guy's built.
Yeah, I guess Prince was the same thing, actually. Former big leaguers kid. Looks
like
he can eat a bunch of donuts.
And, I mean, certainly in both cases, both sons of tremendous power hitters.
Yeah.
I mean, Vlad Sr.'s in the Hall of Fame, and then Cecil's not in the Hall of Fame, but he hit some of the craziest moonshots ever.
I also think both Cecil and Prince, I don't remember the number, but they finished with the exact same number of career home runs.
Oh, really? Like 383 or something like
yeah, 360 somewhere.
I think it's the high threes, but yeah.
You did some traveling.
I did. We went to New York in late July. Not the smartest decision, but a lot of circumstances put us into that position. We needed a vacation, and that was one of the few that we had sort of, talked about for a while.
It was cheap for some reason.
It was. Yeah, it's almost like it hit 98 degrees one day.
It happened to us with Italy. Same exact deal. We're like, wow, that's pretty cheap for Italy. Yeah. It's August.
Yeah, they don't want to be here.
Yeah.
This is when they go on vacation.
It was. So much stuff was closed.
But yeah, it was, fantastic food. Got a whole bunch of art museum nonsense. It was fantastic. Yeah. I don't know if I have any good bits. I'll say this,
I just want to ask how the trip was. Did you go to Cooperstown?
We bagged that just because it was like going to be a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, I've heard it's like hellishly far away from everything else.
Yeah, well, and I wanted to go to the Boxing Hall of Fame too, Canastota. So that's our whole added. No, so we're going to do a Northeast road trip. We're going to hit like Boston, Philly, DC, not in that order, but do a little loop of cities that aren't New York, and that'll make a lot more sense because the whole trip we barely leave Manhattan Island, and it's like,
Right.
oh, you want to drive 7 hours today?
Right.
Because it would have been basically 10 hours total over the course of about 30 hours, which, yeah. I woke up that day and was just like, this isn't happening.
Let's do anything else.
Yeah, we're ripping the vape pen, and I think we just got drunk instead.
Hell yeah.
Because I didn't do much drinking at all on the trip, and I was like, oh, they got Yinglings here? All right, fire it up.
New York. Well, that's fun.
Yeah, it was a great time. Highly recommended. Go any other time of year. But yeah, if you're a fine art nerd, it's definitely the spot to go. Got to see Washington Cross in the Delaware.
Yeah, that's sweet. I'm not an art nerd, and you sent me some stuff where I was like, holy shit, you're seeing that in person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Starry Night or the couple of Salvador Dali ones. Yeah, it was very cool. Very cool. And it was good to get away for a few days and come back to some very, very love-deprived pets. But, man, Loki's getting old. I really didn't...
How old is Loki now?
She's 13 and a half. She turns 14 in November. So... And she's getting skinny, so she gets to eat a lot of things like cheeseburgers now because it's just whatever she'll eat is just acceptable now. She's also starting to leak piss just a tiny bit. Like, am I going to have to put diapers? We got her on this medication. She's not like going to the bathroom inside. It's like the effort of standing will sometimes just squeeze a little bit of
in there.
Yeah.
Usually farts, but
just a dribble. So, but us not having kids and having decent jobs now, it's like the amount of things I will do for this stupid ass animal and like financial sacrifices. Like, am I going to put diapers on a dog? I'll fucking do it, man. I will.
Are there dog diapers, or do you have to cut a hole in a kid diaper for the tail, or how does it work?
That's a great question. I do think that enough people go through this that I bet they exist.
Well, I also know that there's people who don't spay and neuter animals, so you'll get like a dog that's on their period and you can't just have them walking around dripping, so you got to put a diaper on them.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, because how old's Moose now? Moose is 12?
100. I don't know. I just keep telling
There's no way to know.
He's running out of time.
That's what you're telling him. Clock's ticking, bud.
Soak it up. Enjoy it.
He's still in good shape though. He's still seems to be doing well. Last time I was there.
He's
oh yeah, you think
he's stretched out, man. He hears anything, he's like big woofs and the loudest woofs. Somehow his bark has gotten louder.
Even though he's in theory should be weakening, he's getting stronger with time. He's aging like wine.
You'd think he would care less, but he's just even more angry at the world, I guess.
Yeah, Loki can't hear anything, so even like fireworks and I mean she's not deaf, but yeah, she really
it's a blessing
doesn't.
in disguise.
She really doesn't give a shit. But yeah, I'm glad. I mean, we're keeping her going. That's also at this point got to be like a $25,000 dog between the.
Oh yeah, I know. It gets expensive fast.
Yeah, I've done a knee replacement. Had to remove a spleen at one point.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's down a spleen, which has resulted in some funny conversations with the vet where he's like, actually, it's kind of a good thing because now the spleen can't go wrong. I was like, so what's the spleen here for, Doc? Why don't you?
For us to take out.
Yeah, exactly. Now it can't rupture and explode later. Oh, good point. Right. Yeah, you can't crash a car you don't have.
You want to have a go at mine? You can't crash a car you don't have. That's so funny.
But yeah, she's doing great. But I think that's all I've got on the old ass dogs.
Well, you've definitely spent a lot of time taking care of your animals. Speaking of, how's Felix?
Domestic terrorist, but he's all right. He's all right.
I think every cat is.
There's elements for sure. The other two, I mean, Winston really doesn't do anything wrong. And Murray's my little favorite. And then this guy runs around. He does like the true cat parkour off the walls. Like he'll like bounce off couch wall, just like the circle. And he also insists he's very excited about wet food. But he gets so excited that he regularly eats all of it instantly and vomits everywhere.
Well, then it's double wet. Eat it again.
I mean, this food has not been digested at all, my friend. This is basically... I think this is good to go. But no, he won't listen. He doesn't get it. I wish I could be so excited about something that I just did it to the point of just absolute vomiting right away. Like, that's a level of addiction that I guess I've just never quite...
Good point.
Heroin addiction, I suppose, will get you to the vomit trail pretty quick, but...
Vodka. Chug a bottle of vodka should do the trick there on the barf.
Well, that's a fair, but I'm saying I need to organically love it enough. That's just going to bum me out. I don't I don't have the wet
true.
cat food enthusiasm that I need to.
Yeah, I guess the closest I've ever been is like not letting the pizza rolls cool off enough, burning your tongue.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's my equivalent of
Well,
eating so fast.
Oh, it's tough too. I mean, you've got Shane trying to eat them with
Metal
that.
mouth, dude.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's over here putting up numbers basically while you're still warming up.
Exactly. He's putting up the fat guy numbers before. I've
You're not even
got
out
a
of the
chance to be the
gates.
fat guy. Yeah, you're stealing my thunder, dude.
See, this is why you got to whack up. You got to just do 2 pans. Eat as fast as you want, Shane. You've been allotted your some.
Oh, well. Good point. But then I have to explain why I deserve more because I'm bigger.
Ah, true. Yeah.
I get 30, you get 20. Can't go 25 here. What are you, crazy? I've got like 50 plus pounds. I say 50 like it's not 100. I got like 100 pounds on you, dude.
Okay, I do have a question. Does anybody else make pizza rolls? Or are they exclusively a Totino's product?
Oh, I thought you were saying like,
oh,
am I
like,
the only person that eats them?
like on Earth? No, admittedly, I don't think I'm single-handedly propping up the pizza roll market, but I do my best.
I don't know. I feel like
I've never seen a competitor.
you know what?
product.
I've never seen them at Trader Joe's, so there must be rules.
There's not like
Nobody else can make them.
It's a proprietary.
Yeah,
There's no Trader Joe version. That's a good point.
that or Tostinos knows something that nobody else can figure out about making a proper pizza roll.
There's just everybody. It's like fucking nuclear cold fusion. Everyone's like, "Fuck!" They keep exploding. Only the Totino's people got it covered.
Everybody knows you bite a corner off, blow into it for a little while, and then you're safe.
It's like a white trash soup dumpling, where you bite the top and you let the soup flood in, but instead, I'm trying to just get the air pocket to. It's like a little science experiment. All right, Chris.
I wanted to talk about something. This is actually more of an advice segment than anything. My uncle, who I don't talk to a lot, but I'm talking to more, he's going through a very specific life event right now that is not really my thing to share. But I found a song that is not generally the type of music he would listen to. It's like kind of hard rock. It's not the Tom Petty he might otherwise be into, but it related really closely to what's going on with him. So I sent it to him. Loved
311 will do that for you.
Loved the song. It's a song by a band called Lower Than Atlantis. Later that day, he texted me. He said, "Hey, I've been listening to this my whole workout. Love the song. Thanks for sending it." About a week later, he sends me a screenshot of a playlist, and he says, "I've been listening to this all day today at work. It is a playlist by a band called Lost Atlantis." This is not the same band. I already know what's happening, but I think there's no way this is going to go any further than this. It ends up going further than this. He sends me a screenshot. I ignored it. Was how that ended. I was like, I don't need to correct. I'm not going to tell him that that's a different thing.
Yeah.
He can just like both things. I don't care.
Yeah. Who's to say differently?
A couple days later, he sends me another song by them, and he's like, "Man, I really like this band. Thanks for showing me them." I did not show you them. You found this entirely on your own. And so I'm like, at this point, it's kind of too late for me to say, hey, I mean, I guess I could, but I kind of wanted him to figure it out by himself. So I was like, did you find any other songs by them that you like? And he's like, yeah, a bunch. They're really, I was hoping he would go look like at the song that I sent him and be like, oh shit, they both say Atlantis in it, but it's a different thing. He's like, yeah, they're really diverse. I'm like, that's because one is like prog rock and the other one's, they're separate things. And now it's gone. He's mentioned it at least a half a dozen times, and I haven't corrected him. I don't know what to do at this point.
This Atlantis Morissette is crazy music.
You're telling me it's not Atlantis Morissette?
I was.
Dumbest episode title we've ever had.
Atlantis Morissette. have you heard this one too? You're like, that's Morris Day in the Time. That's Minneapolis Sound. That's that is indeed a diverse.
I can't
playlist.
wait until it ends up like. Can't believe Led Zeppelin is the same thing.
It's just we've attributed like 70% of Western music to this lower than Atlantis now.
Oh my god, it's just shocking to me. I really don't know what to do.
Isn't Lost Atlantis sort of a redundancy too? Yeah, man, we never found the fucking thing. Like that's.
I mean,
like
they're both dumb names, but that is dumber
for sure. Well, Lost is again. I thought that was the whole. Anyways, I thought that was the whole point of Atlantis. Is that we can't find the fucking thing.
Wherever that is.
It's
Lower Than Atlantis is definitely a rock band name.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Lost Atlantis
that's more
is teenagers in a garage.
I was going to say, it sounds like a PS2 game. One that might be good, but...
Good point. Good point. I like that you were specific about it being PS2.
Time Splitters 2 vibes. Okay, I think we got new segment time.
Yes, I'm really excited about this. So this is a segment called Would I Lie to You? The title is stolen from a British show of the same name. Basically what we're going to do is 2 lies and a truth. We will say what they are. The other person gets to ask some questions to try to figure out which is true and which is not. And this is either going to be really fun or really dumb, and we'll never do it again. But I'm excited about it. Cole, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You can go first. You tell me your 2 lies and a truth, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Once I find them. Hold on. Okay. I once missed weight for football, so my coaches told me I had to dress up as our mascot instead, but I was too fat for the costume. I once tried to impress a girl by making her my secret recipe spaghetti, but then told her that I actually had gotten takeout from Olive Garden when she clearly didn't like it. I used my 6th grade graduation speech as an opportunity to ask a girl out. She never said no, but she did run out crying.
Okay. Why? Okay, in the first example, I don't think this is going to get me closer to the truth, but if I can't play football, why do I still have to work?
Because they wanted me to stick with the team.
So you were like close in weight, or like in theory you could.
I was already at the beginning of the season, like maybe supposed to play the next weight group up.
Right.
So I was always hovering at that level. But yeah, first week I missed weight.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we got something else for you to do.
Clearly they hadn't used this before, because they would have run into a similar issue with a large framed kid.
I will say, if I knew this was a potential punishment, I probably would have found a way to make weight.
Well, yeah, because I mean, what's a worse punishment, being forced to be the mascot, or being forced to confront the reality that you don't fit in the mascot costume? I mean,
maybe that's why.
Maybe
that was the whole point.
Yeah, like we're gonna motivate him. He's too big to be a bull or whatever it is.
Yeah, just make sure it's a little too small. That'll get that kid underweight.
Okay, and then so Olive Garden. My question on the Olive Garden one is, what was the meal?
Spaghetti.
Straight up spaghetti. Okay, did you get any breadsticks? Did you get any salad or anything?
No, that dead giveaway. Knew that was a dead giveaway.
Yeah, true.
But I got a salad from the store.
Right, your little pre-mixed.
But I knew I couldn't do the Olive Garden breadsticks, or because if you've ever been, you know as soon as it hits your tongue, you know what that taste is.
Yeah, for sure. That's a fair point. And then it was a 6th grade graduation.
Mm-hmm.
What was your speech about, aside from asking this girl out, or was that really the entire?
So it was
hey guys,
it was the entire thing. So this was the dumbest part about it. Everybody gets to go up and like say thank you to their parents or whatever. I decided to just ask this girl out, bordering on harassment, because it was like probably the 40th time that year. But somebody had told me that if I did it at graduation, and she'd say yes. I was like, done deal. I'll go do it.
Did they have intel, or were they just like, I just bet. I just got a feeling.
I believed they had intel.
That's fair.
That's all that I know.
That's there was, yeah. You were under that impression, at least. Whether they actually did is a different thing. I'm going to I feel like the first one is the true one, but I don't know.
The not making weight?
Not making weight.
You got to make a pick.
That's my pick. That's my pick as the one truth.
That is not true. It's close. I didn't make weight one day, and they made me be part of the chain gang.
So you guys had a chain gang.
You know, people who work the first down markers.
I thought you were turning. I thought you were turning big rocks into little rocks.
Oh no!
That's if you want to lose weight, turning big rocks into little rocks will
give them an axe or a pitch, whatever. And then the second one, I made her my spaghetti and it went swimmingly.
Okay.
Loved it.
Yeah. Spaghetti's not
the true one. I did ask out a girl at my 6th grade graduation, and she ran out crying. That's true.
That's fair.
That's fair that she ran out crying.
No, I'm saying that's upon hearing all these. That was funny. Upon hearing all those, I'm saying that's makes the most sense as the true one. Now that hindsight being 2020, yeah. Monday morning quarterbacking the whole thing. Okay, so I had written mine down. Mine were not as exciting. I'll think of funnier ones next time, but. I've got.
Yes, we're already keeping the new segment.
I've got 2 lies and a truth. So here we go, and hopefully I haven't already talked about these. Went to nationals for wrestling.
Okay.
Have a grandfather who wrote a judo book. And totaled 2 cars.
Okay. Well, let's try to break these down. You're a pretty good driver, though one time you were trying to get a cigarette going in the car, and I was a little concerned about how much movement. I'm going to throw that one out right away. I feel like I'd already know that about you, if that were true. Grandfather wrote a judo book. Is this your grandfather in... Missouri or where's
Illinois.
Okay.
Professor at
judo,
one of the smaller universities.
That is pretty foreign for the Midwest. And what was the first one? You're a pretty good wrestler, right? I'm tempted to go with that one, but I feel like here's my only hang up. I feel like you once showed me a book that one of your grandfathers had written about some sort of martial art, but this is where I'm not positive if it was judo or something else.
Judo is pretty foreign.
I know, which makes me think that is not Illinois stuff. I don't want to insult your athletic prowess, but I am going to go with judo book being the truth.
You got it. Yeah, my grandfather was a 6th-degree black belt.
That's crazy. That's really cool. How did he come across judo? When was this?
Stationed in Japan, so he was an airborne ranger, and he was in the military for a very long time. His judo career got cut short because he got hit by a friendly Jeep in Vietnam, frigged his heart up, but was able to get an artificial ventricle put in and lived like another 15 years. But yeah, he... He first picked it up in like the 50s, was attracted to the philosophy, and he was a philosophy professor. So that's where it all tied together. That was his job at the university. Yeah, so...
Is this Mike's dad?
Yeah, Mike's dad. So allegedly got offered a 7th-degree belt at one point, but turned it down because it was offered by a non-Japanese fella. Would only take it from a Japanese judoka.
That is the opposite of what I expected. I will only accept it from a white man. No, sounds like a good guy. Interesting guy. Professor, 6th-degree black belt in judo. You said he was in the Army?
He was an airborne ranger.
Okay. I heard Army Ranger for some reason. Okay, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I've got the book. Ashley's working on getting it rebound because it's not like it's a very common book. It's not super easy to find. Allegedly, though, they still use it at the university, at least.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah, it's still for their judo club.
All right. Well, cool. That was a fun segment. I win this round of what I lied to you. But I guess
now I've got a better feel for it.
Right? We kind of try to mislead and make them all seem true.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought all mine were plausible. I did win state in wrestling, but I just didn't go to nationals.
Yeah, okay.
I qualified, but I did not actually go to wrestle. I also would have got whooped for sure I was a fat guy in a small, in a weight class, not many guys. If you go to nationals, you'll run across one of those people that's not just a fat guy.
Yeah,
it's actually just like
Thor.
freakishly like, oh, this guy's just 180-pound 14-year-old.
Yeah, his last name has Bjorn in it somewhere.
Yeah, or a first name that's more alarming and hickish, like Cleve. You're just like, oh man, Cleve. Yeah, like nice guy, but
Is that the
fuck
name
you
or a
up.
typo? All right, how are we doing on time?
Like 25 minutes or so.
Let's skip etymology because we got a lot of stuff still, and go straight to headlines.
Yeah, sure.
Headlines, our education segment. This particular headline was suggested to us by your cousin, right? Cole?
Yeah, Tyler. Shout out to Tyler.
You want to read
living
it?
down in Brazil. Yeah. Earache gets man vasectomy, which extremely weird phrasing too. But Brazilian man who went to a clinic to have a checkup on an aching ear ended up having a vasectomy after mistakenly believing that the doctor had called his name. A manager at the Dr. Jose Carlos de Espirito Santo Clinic in Montes Claros, which is where Tyler lives, in the southeastern state of, I don't actually know how to say it, Minas Gerais, told Reuters on Wednesday that Valdemar Lopez de Moraes, 39, entered the vasectomy room when Aldemar Apreciado Rodriguez's name was called.
Not even fucking close.
It's not that fucking close.
This guy was clearly way too tuned into Finding Nemo and was just like, well, they called a name.
I mean, there's Valdemar and there's Aldemar, but one of them is the first name and one is the last name, and that is a huge difference. Like, I'm not mixing up Roberto Alomar with Julia Roberts. Like, it's, well, they both have no. Totally different parts of the name. The strangest thing is that he asked no questions when the doctor started preparations in the area, which had so little to do with his ear.
You know what?
That's the power of a doctor.
I'll say this. Usually when somebody starts rummaging around down there on me, I don't ask many questions. I do your thing, you know? I'll roll with it until I'm uncomfortable or not.
Feel it out. As somebody that's had a vasectomy, I would definitely have been weird, like some of my parts of the process, like where they wrapped me up in warm blankets. Okay, what does this have to do with the ear? This feels like some very old-timey, like frontier medicine. Drape your arm over the chair and I'll come over in 10 minutes and just see how it's doing. What? What kind of medicine is this? So, yeah, I'm surprised by that. I mean, maybe I wonder if he got to listen to as much Katy Perry as I did, because I got a lot for my vasectomy.
Well, that was what they went with?
There's a lot of girl pop. Yeah.
I guess I don't know what vasectomy music would be, but I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think the most vasectomy.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
See,
I would have gone with Simon and Garfunkel.
I was thinking "Creep" by Stone Temple Pilots. Half the man I used to be. But then you got to listen to Stone Temple Pilots, which can be a challenge for some folks. But I don't know. I thought the girl pop was good. Like Roar was an interesting, almost seemed mocking.
And then they feel the same way about Firework, I think.
Then they were playing Lord. I was like, what is this, 2017? Nobody laughed. Nobody cared.
Oh, you had an audience to this. I
had like 6 people. It was like a whole thing.
You're running bits.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I might as well.
Your cock and balls are out and you're running bits.
Yeah. Well,
I'm assuming your cock and balls are out at this point.
Yes. They're everything. That's really the only thing out. That's the funny thing. I feel like if I was totally naked, I would have almost felt more appreciative of the experience. But when you're basically fully wrapped up everywhere and only your dick and balls are out, it's like a very, I guess you just feel very, it's like a theater performance.
Okay, this gives me a theory, because now this is kind of comes, it's based mostly off of pornography, but anytime I've seen somebody with their cock and balls out and they start talking, I'm like, shut up. I don't want to hear you talk. Maybe that's not just because I don't want to listen to the guy while I'm focusing on, kind of putting myself in his shoes. Maybe it's just full stop. You don't want guys with their cock and balls out to speak.
Like be doing bits and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I would appreciate it more if they were doing bits.
Well, at least my bits were not like sexual or weird in nature. I was doing bits about the music, and they were like, we're trying to work here. Trying to shave the part of your pubis that you missed, you asshole. All right.
Maybe they just didn't want to think of that situation every time they heard that song. Don't put on music you like then, you guys. I'm already poking holes in this thing I invented.
you don't want architects playing when they cut your dick off. Yeah. That's the procedure, man. I'm just here to tell you. They just whack the whole thing off.
Sorry, I'll let you finish reading it.
No worries. He later explained that he thought it was an ear inflammation that had got down to his testicles. Now I'm starting to think this guy is like you, and he was just like, yeah, just feel it out, and I'll make something up.
I'll roll with it. Or he knew what was about to happen.
And was like, this is going to be a freebie because I didn't ask for this. And,
exactly. He's like, now I'm going to get both sorted for the price of one.
Yeah. That the one funny thing there.
Or maybe his wife wanted more kids and he didn't. And he was just like, I don't know, babe. They just gave me a vasectomy.
Aldevar, set up the appointment. Come on, man. I'll pretend that it was me the whole time. Then, it does say he has 2 children, did not want to reverse the operation.
I wonder why.
So he also showed up for an ear exam on Wednesday at the same clinic.
He went back. I love that he went back.
Same clinic. He was like, yeah, that does lend some credence to maybe he was okay with the whole enterprise.
Yeah, well, they did some good work down there. So just wonder what they could do if they actually looked at my ear. Maybe it's like one of those like not referred pains, but like, they say if you stub your toe or something, a way to kind of make that pain go away is like punch yourself in the thigh.
Oh yeah, a little distraction technique.
Yeah. I wonder if his earache went away for a bit because his balls hurt so much.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, wasn't that painful of an experience, but I mean, you're not going to go on a jog. Right.
I remember when my dad had it. He had ice on his balls for a couple days. That would be hard to explain to your wife coming home.
You're definitely going to have to fess up, and then she's probably going to call the fucking newspaper, which is how we got to where we're at now. Yeah, you're going to have to come clean on that one. Okay, that's the end of that particular.
Okay, this one's fun. This one made me think of you right away, Cole. This seems right up your alley. An Italian artist sold an invisible sculpture for $18,000. Italian artist Salvatore Garau sold an invisible sculpture titled Lo Sono, or I Am in English, for over $18,000. The buyer received only a certificate of authenticity. The piece itself is immaterial. Garau insists the sculpture exists as air and spirit within a 5 by 5 foot space and is meant to stimulate the imagination. You don't see it, but it exists.
So if it's invisible, why would you go with such a boring name like I Am? Why wouldn't you go with like Buddha butt fucks the Halley's Comet? Like, you don't have to depict it.
Right.
So it can,
I would have gone with Muhammad.
George H.W. Bush fists a jar of mayonnaise naked.
You think you can get your whole fist in
But I suppose when you give it a name, then you're prescribing what people need to be conceptualizing here or whatever. Here's my thing. A lot of fine art is a great way to launder money. And I'm curious how you launder money through this particular. I mean, it is so 5 by 5 foot space. Do you get the platform? Do you get anything to indicate that you own this artwork?
It says just the certificate of authenticity.
I mean, hey, that's pure art. Then you can't even fucking sell it like a dickhead. You're just stuck with it.
You can only list the certificate of authenticity.
I got to admit, if this was Gucci or Greasy, I'd be like, Greasy, but I kind of respect like the lack of what you can do next.
That's kind of where I'm at, because I've always felt, and you're way more into art than I am, so I apologize if this comes off as offensive. But to me, I've always felt like artists think art collectors are fucking dumb and want to see how far they can push it to get them to buy something fucking stupid. And this guy did it. This is it.
I think some of the conceptual and performance art people, you run into, I think it's easier to for that to be plausible. I think some of the, more traditional like paint and sculpture stuff, it's sort of hard. Now, again, you can have conceptual work even within that, like the guy that sold the banana. It's technically, I think, a sculpture, but it's it's just not going to catch on. You need to have some sort of like provenance or some reason to what you're doing. It's very hard to just do stuff.
Have you ever heard of this artist before?
No. And 18 grand is not that much for, I mean, for a contemporary living artist, it's not bad, but it's not like a crazy amount of money.
I couldn't do that. I mean, he would have to be a decently good art. People would have to know who he was.
That's the whole thing. And so often people, this is like the top comment on any video about art that doesn't, look conventionally great. Is like, I could have done that. It's like, well, get to work, man. Yeah. That sold for $6 million.
Yeah, you're going to have to do a bunch of good stuff first before you can sell a turd.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of post-World War II American art that's definitely not super refined, and it's, a bit crude sometimes, Basquiat and things like that. But yeah, it's this I can certainly understand pure hatred for this. But I'm still really curious if you get anything, because it says you don't even get even the certificate of authenticity. Oh no, so you do get a certificate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This air, in your imagination,
we will have to do a follow-up if this ever gets resold. We gotta do a follow-up. Have to. All right, final headline.
A NASA intern stole a safe full of moon rocks, sprinkled them on a hotel bed, and made love to his girlfriend on top of them. This is what internships are for. You don't hire interns if you don't expect them to do something stupid. It's free labor. Of course something dumb's going to happen.
I just wasn't expecting, like, dick sweat on my moon rock collection. Like, of all the problems to anticipate.
Right.
That was low on my list.
If I'm the intern, I'm like, what are they going to do? Take my job? I'm going to do something fucking cool. Nobody else is going to get to do that. That's under lock and key going forward. No chance another intern can get to those moon rocks ever again.
That's, I will say this is particularly interesting too, because moon rocks are some of the most, like, when the way NASA keeps them, they're under, like, vacuum sealed, like, in a completely blah 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 environment. Like, you literally and figuratively fucked these moon rocks. Like, there's now stuff on them that, like, wasn't on the fucking moon, and that's
like cum.
Yeah, for example.
Man, what a way to seal the deal.
A little bit of Santorum in there. Yeah, that's bad.
I'm not gonna make any assumptions about this other person. It says girlfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make no assumptions about her. But if she went in with any reservations at all, guy pulls out moon rocks, done.
I stole these from NASA.
Done. Okay, you're a bad boy.
Yeah,
I am into this.
At least hand job level bad boy behavior.
At minimum. Okay. Okay. Well, give me a hand job on the moon rock.
Yeah. All right, we're just gonna have to fuck, because that's gonna that's what I was saying. Yeah. Can't be like I got a hand job around moon rocks. Like, what, the moon rocks watched?
You think moon rocks have a smell to them? See, I wonder where the rumor about the moon being cheese came from, because it must be, maybe it's the smell or something. Maybe moon rocks smell like cheese?
Well,
what kind of cheese?
We'll have to look up if that predates when we landed on the moon. Like, I would think so, but
Neil Armstrong came back and started a nasty rumor.
Listen, buddy. Straight rock fort up there.
All right, well, consider yourselves educated. You now know everything there is to know about current events.
All right. What do we got left, Chris? Should we do a little This Week in History? Or let's do your Gucci and Greasy. Let's do that.
Okay, Gucci or Greasy. One person arriving early and reserving a table for a whole group of people.
I think it's Greasy. I mean, I understand sometimes shit happens and you're just like, fuck. But wait till they're there then. Like,
it bothers me that everybody can't show up on time.
Yeah,
just everybody get there at the time.
The real problem is my friends and family who have put me in this position. Yeah. They're the greasy ones. Yeah.
I'm going to say it's Gucci on behalf of the one person who had...
They're trying to do the right thing.
They are.
But yeah, everybody else is hung you out to dry.
Yeah, everybody else is at home taking shots like, well, David's over there saving the spot for fucking jerks.
And that's why so many places, and I totally get it, like...
You have to be there.
Yeah, like the 5 spots like this in Queen Anne, like, they're fucking busy. They can't be wasting money and time on you, like, hanging out for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and what if they don't show up?
They could have got halfway through another table by then. And also, what happens if you reserve it once the folks get... How long are you really going to have to wait? 10 more minutes or something? It's not going to be if it was plenty, let me say it this way. If your friends could make you wait with no fucking care in the world, then they can wait too for a fucking table to open up once they finally get their asses there on time.
So we're saying fuck these people that hope to get hit by a bus?
No, they don't deserve to get hit by a bus. But I will say, like, I have had people that are like, save the table for us, and I'm just like, no, it seems cool. Like, we'll get the table when you guys get here, but I'm not putting our name on the list before.
Right.
Like, this place is a madhouse.
Aren't here, just let the next people go.
Yeah, and that's fair. If it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, they're not here yet. Go ahead, jump me in line. I suppose that's a good compromise. Is putting your name on the list with some room to let people skip.
Here's a segment we haven't done in a while. When in Rome. This one's fairly quick. Supplicia Canum. August 3rd, 387. Gauls attacked ancient Rome. The plan was to sneak attack them as they slept. However, the Roman walls were guarded by hundreds of guard dogs. The Gauls decided to feed the dogs to keep them quiet as they passed, which worked in keeping the dogs quiet. However, they startled a flock of geese who gave away their position and foiled their plan. From then forward, there was an annual celebration in which geese were dressed in gold and purple, which were colors that were reserved for people of high status in Rome, and paraded around the city to be thanked for stopping the attack. Now, this is kind of my thing with ancient Rome. There's always something where I'm like, man, these people had like a good sense of humor, right? But then there's always something else. Like, similarly, the dogs' part in the events was remembered annually by the public crucifixion of thousands of dogs. See, really went both ways with that.
What year did this happen?
387.
AD or BC?
I don't know, man. I just read the numbers.
Well, if it's AD, that would mean this is like around the time of the collapse of the Western, like, Roman Empire. Like, how long? The reason I'm asking is, like, how long did you guys even get to fucking celebrate this fucking bullshit? Because if I'm not mistaken, it was not long.
Killing thousands of dogs sounds like something that would crumble an empire to me.
No, and I think that, yeah, right, like, you've lost your way.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that if it was BC, I think that kind of predates the... No. But, yeah, that's... Like, can't you crucify like 3 dogs? Like, when you're crucifying the 900th dog, do you think that everyone's got the point yet?
Right.
You got to crack 1,000.
Sorry, the dogs are hungry. Have you ever met a fucking dog before in your life? Like, how you really you gave him that much power? You entrusted him with the entire fucking
city's yours. Yeah, this is another
Maybe
reason.
hire someone who's not distracted by chicken bones.
Yeah, or like barks at anyone wearing a hat. Like, maybe this isn't the best soldier ever, you know?
Attacks the FedEx guy. Like, I don't know. I do love that they're like, fucking geese, man. Yes! Yeah. We got to celebrate these motherfuckers like they've ever met a goose.
I know, seriously.
The worst animals.
I was going to say...
They had that backwards. Celebrate, even though the dogs fucked up, celebrate the dogs. I say whack the geese.
This is the only reason geese aren't extinct. They were like, you get another couple thousand years on that one, but...
Because they saved Rome from the Gauls.
We're coming for you like the fucking buffalo, dude. We are coming for your asses. In the year 2200. Okay. Little This Week in History, and we'll wrap her up.
Let's do it.
All right. August 1st, 1893. Henry Perky patents shredded wheat. What is the worst cereal?
I think he nailed it there. Fuck me. Anything that's wheat, like, yeah.
Yeah. Even frosted mini wheats aren't great. And it's like, there's frosting. There's like cake frosting on these. And it's still like, take it or leave it.
I know. I have to like pick out the ones with the most frosting on them. And then the rest of the bag's just bullshit.
Yeah. I love as a kid when you pull one up that's only like 20% frost. You're like, what the fuck is this? Who put the quick dissolve frosting on this one? What a fucking ripoff.
Can we just get a bag that's just frosting?
Good Lord. At least with like, you get cornflakes, like you can sprinkle sugar on it and kind of get some Frosted Flakes action going. You can't really do that shit with shredded wheat. It's not gonna
even
work.
A cornflake by itself tastes better than shredded fucking wheat.
I will give you that for sure. The only one I've got that possibly would win for me is Grape-Nuts, because Grape-Nuts just what's going on here? This is nothing. And everybody's always like, yeah, but when you add like blueberries and banana, no. Don't give Grape-Nuts bananas
That's
victory.
fake news. They're not a real thing.
You're
Is that real?
It's Grape-Nuts?
Yeah.
Probably not for long.
I've heard of that. Never seen it in my life. It's one of those things.
Dude,
where...
the boxes are extremely dense. I just from the days of like stocking cereal as a fucking high school and college grocery clerk. Like, what is this made out of?
I feel like this is one of those things where if life is a simulation, I would grab at the box of Grape-Nuts and then people would be like, "We never thought he was," and my hand would go through it. And it's a hologram. Never for a second thought he would go for the Grape-Nuts.
Falling through a portal with floating clocks.
Grape-Nuts? Those are two totally fuck off. That's not even a real name.
This isn't breakfast. All right, well, we agree that these are garbage cereals.
Yeah, hologram cereal can go.
Sent me to the nether realm. Okay. August 4th, 1693. This is the date traditionally ascribed to Dom Perignon's invention of champagne. What is the worst liquor to get drunk from?
Oh, God. Is this a hangover question?
You know what? I think it...
Or is this the worst drunk you can have?
I'd say you could take both angles on this.
Actually, it's the same answer for me. Whiskey. American whiskey. Because it seems like every time I have a non-American whiskey, I'm like, okay. And I can, function the next day.
A little bit of Crown Royal or something.
Anytime I have, that's a big
bourbon.
I actually like... A champagne drunk is a good time. It's up there with wine drunk for me. It's top two. Those are the two best you can have. That is a good time. But a champagne hangover is fucking brutal. If you get truly drunk on just champagne, holy Christ. The next day, it's all that sugar, man.
That's big trubs.
Holy Christ, that'll fuck you up. Type of wish you were dead type of hangover.
Yeah.
There's not enough hair of the dog to get you out of that one. That is, you have to suffer.
Yeah.
And you frankly deserve it.
I will say, the wine, it's all dependent, because there was a stretch where I would drink those 5-liter Rossi gallons. Or it's more than a gallon. They're terrible things. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, one of those big bottles of blush, that'll give you a hell of a hangover. Or Burgundy.
Yeah, anything pink to white is probably going to hurt you. Red wine hurts some, but not nearly as bad for me.
Yeah, well, I think
definitely
this
gives me the sleepies.
More of an indictment on Rossi than on wine in general.
We're talking about wine.
The good people making table wine. Yeah, I think my choice. Ooh. I mean, this might not even be a fair one, but good Lord, man, malt liquor, the old malt liquor energy drinks. That was both the worst type of drunk because it keeps you going past
good point
when you reasonably should go down, and then you wake up with
Four Loko sweats.
Oh man, yeah, which a lot of those symptoms are probably similar to like liver failure, but
similar.
Yeah, that's what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
But yeah, juice, Sparks, Four Loko, any of that stuff. That's got to be the all-time worst.
Yeah.
But I can't really get my hands on that anymore, so I don't know if that's really a fair. You know what? There's still Steel Reserve. So yeah, I get to keep my malt liquor and my Steel Reserve answer. Okay. Second to last question. August 5th, 1926. Harry Houdini performs his greatest feat, spending 91 minutes underwater in a sealed tank before escaping.
The fuck?
How do you feel about magic? Also, is that even magic? I don't know.
I think it's the devil's work. I think magic is a crock of shit most of the time. But when you see somebody do, like, who is amazing? Penn and Teller. If you haven't gone to see Penn and Teller, it is great because they're also quite funny. Well, yeah, Penn is. But,
yeah, Teller's not contributing much.
Yeah. Generally not a fan. Houdini, proud Scotty though. So that.
Fun.
Go Houdini. Go Wisconsin. Go Brewers. Go Packers. Bucks. Badgers. Generally not a magic person, though. No. Yeah. I told you I ruined a friend's birthday party when I was in, like, 3rd grade.
Yeah, because they wanted...
Because we went to a magic show, and I was like, well, here's why this... And I just totally ruined the whole experience for everybody because I thought it was dumb.
See, I do like somebody that's really good at sleight of hand. Mm-hmm. Somebody that's really talented with that stuff can be pretty fun to watch. But... yeah, it does feel like a 19th century form of entertainment.
Yeah, sleight of hand stuff gives me the creeps. The figuring out a way to survive underwater for an hour and a half. What was he doing?
See, that doesn't... I wonder if that's as much magic. Or...
If somebody can just outright trick me, that bothers me. That's what sleight of hand feels like to me. I'm like,
yeah. It's like when you
well,
show
all you
magic.
did was this.
Yeah. How'd you know that was my card? This son of a bitch. But some of that's like David Blaine sitting in a box for a week. Like, I don't know if that's still.
Yeah, who's that? There's one magician out there who's really good at, like, he'll ask you a couple questions, and then he'll be like, now look in your wallet and pull out that card there. Is that the last digit of your debit card number? And it's like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy.
Just asks you 4 questions and then totally unrelated is, why don't you pull out your wallet? That $2 bill have the last name of your second mistress on it? What the fuck?
They didn't even know about the first mistress.
I'm going to ask you to pull your wallet out one more time. You're going to find the name of the first mistress.
I'd be really good at stealing identities, probably. Get that social security number fast.
Yeah. You don't even know how I got it. Okay, last question. We'll wrap her up. This one might not be very funny, but it's relevant. August 7th, 2007, at AT&T Park, Barry Bonds hits his 756th career home run, surpassing Hank Aaron's 33-year-old record. Steroids notwithstanding, is he the greatest modern baseball player?
Well, I did not like that because Hank Aaron's my favorite baseball player ever.
That's a very fair
and
one.
He did it all clean.
Hank also still has the Ribbies record, right? I know RBI is sort of a... But I think
almost
he's still...
a team record, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's still got it, to my knowledge. Like 2,200.
Shit, I don't know who else it would be. I mean, that's the thing with Barry Bonds is, like, you kind of have to put him in the Hall of Fame, which, I mean, I kind of say put the steroids people in anyway. But he had a Hall of Fame career before he was even alleged to have started doing steroids.
Yeah.
So...
That's an interesting
one. And he was an
about
all-around player. Didn't he win a Gold Glove as well? I mean, I know he's a great base stealer, obviously a great hitter, just with the Pirates before he even got to San Francisco.
He might have won a Gold Glove. He wasn't known as a great fielder, but not bad. Didn't have the best throwing arm, but definitely because he was fast and because he paid attention, he was, like, good reflexes. He was pretty good, but not as outstanding as he was a hitter or base stealer.
My answer is I don't know who the hell else it would be.
Yeah.
A-Rod?
Yeah, I think the only other person you could probably name would be a pitcher. Like, I don't think that anybody's out hitting.
Injuries off, Griffey.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, most talented for sure, especially because he did have the fielding that didn't steal bases quite as much. But I think the fielding gap there was
right
because Griffey was mostly because he was outstanding. But I do think you could maybe make an argument for like Roger Clemens, but that would perhaps be about it.
I love Rocket.
I know.
Such an asshole, and yet I still.
I know. I hated both those guys so much. They're just jerks. They're just bad people.
But also
Mike,
really fucking cool.
Yeah, just the two best. The two best, certainly at their respective positions I ever saw.
Mm-hmm.
There's no. I mean, you could pick a guy in his prime like Pedro, but for whole career, nobody compares to Rocket.
Prime Pujols was the dumbest hitter I've ever seen.
See, I always go with prime Miguel Cabrera.
Oh, good. That's a good one too.
But yeah, those are like my top 3 would be Bonds, Pujols and Miggy as far as
ridiculously clutch.
Yeah,
so annoying. You just knew when he came. It was like, why would you even pitch to him?
Yeah, I remember during the Rangers World Series when he had 3 homers in a game, and it's like that's Reggie Jackson stuff. That's what Reggie Jackson does. He gets 3 home runs in a World Series game for you.
Reggie Jackson was cool as hell. That's another one of my all-time favorite players. All right. That's been the Second Launcher podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow us, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's X, not Twitter, or Twitter if you still call it that. But thank you guys for listening. Jordan, love you all. Bucks and Six, go Brewers.
I thought we might get a Go Brewers.